Hey there, I'm Tiger. I'm a senior paid media manager here at Modernize Home Services, running SEM campaigns for the business.
And yeah, I'm Zach. I also am a director of paid search here at Modernize Quinn Street, doing the same, running paid search accounts for a handful of our trades across the business portfolio that we have. And yeah, today we just wanted to talk a little bit more about what we do, how we do it, and how we set it up, and just provide some insight into how that goes.
Geo-targeting and day parting is pretty straightforward. Geo-targeting is where you want your ads to show, and also just as importantly, where you don't want them to show. And then day parting is when you want them to show. What hours of the day, what days of the week, and same thing there. Just as importantly, when do you not want to show to your audience?
Yep, and I mean these tools are just super important if you're a local contractor, let's say, and you only want to show in a handful of cities that are local to where your business is located, or say you have limited hours where you only run certain days of the week. This type of targeting allows you to focus your media spend during the times and in the areas where it would be most beneficial and efficient for you.
Important factors when you're going through your geo targeting is to know your business first and foremost. Where do you operate? What locations are valuable to your business? Where do you do the most business and get the best get the best jobs? Right. So know your business, know what's valuable, and think about who's actually making the decisions in the household and who's doing the research. When are they online? When are they doing these searches? What kind of research are they doing? Um, you have to both know your own business and think after you've thought about that and what's valuable to you, get out of that kind of mindset and start thinking about what's important to the people who are going to be searching for this stuff and think about when and how they'd like to search it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I would just add the great thing about these levers is that you can be as as specific or as broad as you want to be with your targeting. So you could start out with some really tuned in geo targeting, just running a handful of hours a day. If you don't think you're getting enough traffic, it's really easy to open that up, target more geos, and expand the days and hours of the day that you're running. And as you kind of move forward, you get a feel of what kind of works best for you and your business, and like Tiger said, what best aligns with the audience that you're targeting as well.
I would say one of the things to avoid is try to get out of the habit of making assumptions. It's really appealing from the get-go to think you know everything about an audience. Zach and I have been doing this for years at this point, and we learn something new every day. It's very easy to just think that, hey, the person who's making a decision is always the mom in the household, and but try to target just parents and get really ultra specific with what you're targeting, and learn that you're leaving a lot of potential leads and deals and customers on the table. So when you go to run your own campaigns, keep an open mind and go into testing and be prepared to change the plan. So try to avoid making assumptions.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think a lot of what you do with these type of levers is operate under the assumption that it's kind of like an ongoing process. So, you may have a local business, you may have a handful of contractors. You start out with specific geo targeting. All of a sudden, your business expands. You've brought on some additional contractors. There's nothing that says that you can't adjust your targeting in your campaigns. Nothing that says you can't adjust your day parting. It's going to be something that you're constantly working with, constantly expanding, and then honing in to figure out what's best for your business and what's best for your consumers. So one of the big things about paid search in general is that it is not a static marketplace, and it's always changing. You could have performance one week that just completely varies from the next week, and so there's always going to be a ton of external factors, that don't even involve specific decisions around your own business. And so we are always in favor of testing, always in favor of being willing to make adjustments as you learn more, as you gather more data. And so, maybe you're not testing every day and doing something different with your campaigns every day. But as Tiger mentioned before, it's really important to kind of keep an open mind, learn from the data that you're gathering, and then make the appropriate adjustments in light of that.
Yeah, and I would just add that you should always be testing something. Usually, there's going to be competition that's doing the same, and over time you'll start falling behind if you're not testing. And uh, I'd also add just small improvements across different aspects of your paid search campaigns stack up into big wins over time. A small percentage point here, a small percentage point there, an improvement in another place in your account. 3 months from now, 6 months from now can mean meaningful dollars in the bank. I'd say look at your whole funnel. Are the leads you're getting that are coming in at a high level when you see people submitting forms? Are they homeowners? Are they
Yeah.
decision makers? Are they actually looking for your services or something else? That alone is a good indicator of whether or not you're targeting the right people or the right geos. And like that's the beginning of the funnel for you, but also keep accurate data in your CRM. When your salespeople get a hold of these leads, be able to tie back those meaningful interactions with them to the actual lead source where you got them from. That will help in the long run. You might not find anything useful in the month one, but aggregating your data over time, if you're starting to see which campaigns, which segments of your account are really driving sales, or at least quality interactions, you have something to help you, point you in the right direction of targeting. And then at the end of that funnel, are your leads eventually turning into sales on a normal sales cycle? If you typically see sales come in 3 months after you start talking to someone, is that happening on your paid search account? Is that normal? So I would look to those things. If you're seeing something looking off in either at one of those points, you might be missing the mark somewhere in your targeting or in your follow-up processes too. That's just as important.
Yeah, I think ultimately, the data that you gather further down the funnel is what's going to determine your kind of strategy moving forward. I think the other good thing just to keep in mind with these levers is your capacity. So, as a contractor, are you getting inundated with leads and you can't process them all or handle them all, or are you at the point where you're not getting enough? That's kind of when you can look at geo-targeting, you can look at day parting, and some of the other targeting options that are out there, and kind of use those as levers to either expand or constrict the amount of traffic that you're bringing in.
For more information on starting your SEM campaigns, visit us at modernize.com/pros.